Crashes involving big rigs have been making headlines nationwide. The federal government says it's cracking down on dangerous drivers and unsafe trucking companies.
But in an exclusive WFAA investigation, Tanya Iser finds enforcement dropped sharply in the first few months after the Trump administration took power.
A mother was killed by a big rig crash in Terrell, and for the first time tonight, her family says stronger oversight could save lives.
She was definitely my best friend.
Haley and her mother talked or texted every single day.
We were just texting about a random show that we were both watching together.
On the evening of Saturday, June 28, 2025, her mother, Nicole Gregory, stopped returning texts. Haley knew something was wrong, so she checked her mom's phone location. It pointed somewhere unexpected, a towing yard.
I called them, and they wouldn't tell me anything. They just said to Google a wreck that had happened in Terrell. And at that point, my heart just dropped because I knew something was up, something was really, really wrong.
Nicole Gregory, along with 4 members of another family, had been killed when an 18-wheeler slammed into them in Terrell, Texas.
It felt like my world stopped at that moment, and it still feels like that.
While Gregory's family grieved, the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration did not shut the company down despite its history of extensive safety violations. Instead, the FMCSA was scaling back enforcement in the months prior to the deadly crash. And data confirms it. Enforcement cases are investigations where federal regulators take action against motor carriers for safety violations. In 2024, the agency closed 3,843 cases. In 2025, only 617. That's an 84% decline.
For you to even be touched by an enforcement case, you've done something pretty bad, right?
Zach Cahalan is executive director of the Truck Safety Coalition.
The mission of FMCSA, quite literally, is to reduce truck crash deaths and injuries.
An agency insider tells WFAA that after President Trump's January 2025 inauguration, new layers of legal approval created a backlog. And you can see it in the monthly numbers. In January 2025, FMCSA investigators closed 232 enforcement cases. By March, it had gone down to just 1 case. In June, the month of the Terrell crash, the agency closed 31.
We've never seen anything like this regarding the low rates of enforcement. Not even during the first Trump administration. It's horrifying, it's inexcusable, and it's frankly a dereliction of duty.
And it wasn't just enforcement cases that slowed. It was also reflected in the safety ratings. An unsatisfactory rating shuts a motor carrier down. 2025 saw a 92% decline, down to only 17.
We have a lot of carriers that have no rating whatsoever. There's an issue. I realize it's unacceptable.
Our investigative partner, WTSP in Tampa, caught up with the head of FMCSA, Derek Bars, at a trucking convention in Orlando.
We were told by insiders that the agency put new requirements in place to move forward with enforcement against bad trucking companies, and it's created a logjam. Was there something changed in that policy?
Legal sufficiency, making sure that everyone understands that you've got to make sure that you have evidence to be able to bring cases against somebody, no matter whether it's a criminal case or whether it's a regulatory case. You got to have evidence.
Closed enforcement cases are way down between 24 and 2025. Why is that?
Well, I can tell you that right now, the investigation, we have to make sure that we have legal sufficiency for all of our cases. I think you're going to see an uptick in enforcement cases because my message is enforcement is important.
Last month in our Blind Spots investigation, we detailed the troubling history of Hope Trans, the company involved in the Terrell crash.
They pushed the pickup times back if you need more time.
Ultimately, it wasn't federal regulators who took Hope Trans off the road. It was the loss of the company's insurance more than 3 months after the crash. Hope Trans was fined by the FMCSA. The amount? $21,690.
Smiling, memories.
Nicole Gregory's family says real change will be measured not in promises, but in results.
Change obviously needs to happen. This was my whole world. I deserve to at least say goodbye to her or, tell her I love her one more time. And I just feel like So many things were stripped away in the blink of an eye.
I'm Tanya Iser, WFAA News.